Alright guys, today I'm building a high performance gaming and streaming rig designed for smooth 1440p gameplay, multitasking, and some clean aesthetics. Let's kick things off with a quick rundown of the parts I'm using in this build. First I'm going with the Montec XR ATX mid-tower PC gaming case with tempered glass and ARGB fans, 3 total pre-installed. Let's kick things off with a quick rundown of the parts I'm using in this build. Starting with the CPU, I'm going with the AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, and the motherboard is the MSI B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi. For the GPU, I chose the MSI RTX 3060 12GB. For RAM, I'm rocking 32GB. Primary storage is a Samsung 990 EVO plus 2TB. Cooling is handled by the Master MasterLiquid AIO. Powering the rig is a Thermaltake Tough Power 850 watt, and for airflow, I've got ARGB fans mounted at the bottom of the case to keep the intake fresh and cool. Let's dive into this build. First up, the motherboard prep. Got the MSI B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi out the box and ready. So it's time to install the brains of the system. The Ryzen 9 7900X. It's a 12-core, 24-thread chip that's a monster for gaming, streaming, and anything productive related. Installation was smooth. Lined up the triangle, dropped in the socket, locked it down. Give it a little wiggle, and we just dropped the case cover on top. And this is where the stressful part comes in, latching it back down. God, this was so stressful. I felt like I was breaking this thing, pushing it down. Pop the top off, and we're ready to go. I did notice one little snag here. We had a bent pin on one of the system fan headers, but no big deal. Some tweezers fixed that. Bam! Now onto the RAM. For memory, I'm using 32 gigs of Patriot Viper Venom DDR5 at 5600 MHz. These sticks offer great speed and stability, and they look fantastic too. I always double check seating by pressing until I hear that signature click. It's satisfying every time too. Double checking. Awesome. Storage time. For my boot, my main game drive, I installed a Samsung 990 EVO Plus 2TB of ultra-fast Gen 4 NVMe. Install took seconds. Slide it in an angle, press it down, screw it in. With Samsung reliability and speed, I know I'm covered. Don't forget to remove the little sticker off the thermal pad. No need to even really screw it in. We just screw the thermal pad right on top and we're good to go. For extra storage, I added a T-Force Vulcan 1TB SATA SSD. Reliable, budget friendly, and perfect for backups or large game libraries. With most of the components prepped, I mounted the motherboard into the Montec XR case. This case has great airflow and plenty of room to work. Standoffs lined up perfectly, which always feels like a small victory. But I did run into a small little problem where some of the screws weren't kind of screwing in straight down, so I had to make sure that I was not screwing them in too tightly. You don't want to put too much stress on the motherboard, so what I had to do was just pretty much keep loosening them until I got them in the right place where they lined up correctly and screwed in correctly. But after that was all done, it was on to everything else. It was on to adding in all the fans, the PSU, the AIO. Only problem is I ran out of storage for my recording, so we won't be able to see that, but you guys will be able to see the end result here in just a second. So we'll just kind of act like that's what I'm doing here, is installing the rest of the parts to the computer here. After that, it was just with some cable management. Time to clean up. Cable management is where the build really starts to shine. Zip ties, clean routing, and no airflow blockage. Finished up by snapping the panels back into place. And voila, there she is. There was only one small problem. Everything worked perfectly fine, except for some of the lights didn't turn on. so I must have wired the ARGB headers in the wrong location. But the fans are spinning, it's all good, everything's working. The lights were the only thing that didn't. If this build helped you out or gave you some ideas, hit that like button, subscribe for more PC content, and drop your specs down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys are building next. Also stay tuned for the future updates on this build. Thanks guys, take care.